This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
The Arizal reveals to us that the name Elohim Aleph Lamed Hey Yud Mem, which is known as Gevura de Gadlos, this is the real Midas Hadin, but when it's Nishapech Larachamim, when it's Nimtak, when it's sweetened, then it's sweetened by taking the earlier letters. So the Aleph remains an Aleph, there's nothing before an Aleph, the Lamed becomes a Chaf, the Hey becomes a Daled, the Yud becomes a Tes, and the final Mem remains a regular Mem. The numerical of these 5 letters, which used to be Aleph, Lamed, Hey, Yud, Mem, which are now Aleph, Chaf, Daled, Aleph, Chaf, Daled, Tes, regular Mem, is 74. This is the Shem of Bitachon, as in Bidchu B'Hashem Adei Ad. But since the Aleph doesn't really change, it remains an Aleph, and the final Mem remains a Mem, the main change occurs in the middle letters, which are Lamed, Hey, Yud, becomes Chaf, Daled, Tes. Chav, Daled, Tes, of course, is 33. The Arizal is Megala that on Lag BaOmer, the letters Aleph, Chaf, Daled, Tes, Mem were Nizgala. These 5 letters were Nizgala, and they were Nishapech. The Midas Hadin turned into Midas Harachamim, and these 5 letters, which are primarily in the 3 middle letters, these 5 letters represent the 5 Talmidim that Rabbi Akiva then began to teach on Lag BaOmer, which are Reb Meir, Reb Yehuda, Reb Yosi, Reb Shimon Bar Yochai, of course, and Rabbi Elazar. So, therefore, since Rabbi Akiva began anew, because on this day the 5 Oisiyos were Nishapech, represented by his 5 new Talmidim, therefore the Ben Ish Chai, in his amazing Sefer, Hilula Rabbah, in the back of the Sefer, Soidos Uramazim al Harashbi, he says that not only is Lag BaOmer the Hilula of the Rashbi and the day of Simcha of the Rashbi, but we learn from this that Rabbi Akiva also has great Simcha on Lag BaOmer because this name was Niskala. And therefore those who dwell in Tiveria should be Mishtateach on the kever of Rabbi Akiva. Also, and this is what we're getting at, because you're probably wondering, we've been speaking about Reb Meir. What about a Reb Meir and Lag BaOmer shir? Says the Ben Ish Chai, Gam oid yelchu l'matzeves Reb Meir balanes. They should also go to the grave of Reb Meir. Asher hu gam ken yesh lo simcha b'yom zeh. Reb Meir also has great joy on this day. Why? Ki hu mechamisha talmidei Rabbi Akiva. Is one of the 5 students of Rabbi Akiva, which are nirmaz in the 5 Oisiyos, and the residents of Tzfas that go to Meiron on Lag BaOmer. Those who return on Lag BaOmer itself in Tzfas, they need to go to the kever of Rabbi Yehuda Bar Eloi, also one of the 5 Talmidim that Rabbi Akiva began to teach on Lag BaOmer. So we see, again, there's a special connection between Lag BaOmer and Rav Meir. So while we celebrate on Lag BaOmer, don't forget to rejoice in the great Simcha of Rav Meir on Lag BaOmer. Wishing everyone a freilichen Lag BaOmer.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.